In the beginning, we see a couple, and the wife's name was Yalen. They had come to a beach on the shore of the sea. They have actually come here to enjoy their vacations, and the house where they were living on the shore of the sea was almost above the water. That was made of complete wood. Actually, Yalen's child had died some time ago, due to which she is very much in tension. But because her husband loves her very much, that's why he takes good care of her. After that, now these two go in the water to dive. During this time, Yalen's husband's leg gets injured. Due to this, his blood begins to flow. Now, she gets nervous after seeing the blood, because she remembered her past again, when her child died before he was born. But this time too, her husband takes care of her and takes her back home. Now when Yalen was talking in her house, then it is shown in the news that a very big storm is coming in the sea. But they do not pay attention to this. And then when they were sleeping at night, then the big waves of the sea start colliding with their house. Now, in the beginning, this seems common to them, because this often happens here. Their entire house becomes a victim of the sea's large waves, which was made of complete wood. Water starts coming in, due to which their house now starts drowning in the water. Both of them were quite worried due to all this situation. Outside, they see some rocks on the shore of the sea. Seeing this, Yalen tells her husband to go there, but her husband refuses her, saying that there is a very strong storm in the sea outside, so we should stay inside. We can drown and die. After that, they sleep here. Then in the morning, when Yalen opens her eyes, she sees that there is water all around, and both of them are stuck in the middle of the sea with their broken house. Seeing this, Yalen starts getting angry at her husband, because last night she also told her husband that we should go to the rocks on the shore of the sea, but her husband refused. And because this is the middle of the sea, far away from the shore, so neither can anyone see them, nor can anyone come to save them. And because their house was made of wood, so because it was lying in the water, it was also slowly getting damaged, so they had to find some way to get out of there. But her husband had a very deep wound on his leg, so he could not swim. They were also feeling hungry and thirsty, but because everything was drowned, now they had neither anything to eat nor water to drink. Then her husband says that you will have to go down and see. There must be something to eat and drink there. Although Yalen is afraid of going into the water, but still she goes into the water, from where she brings a bag with her in which there was water. She gives that water to her husband to drink, so that his health can be cured. Now her husband says that you don't worry. I am sure that someone will come here to find us. And they turn the water of the bottle towards the sun, and try to create smoke from the rays of the sun, so that someone comes to save them after seeing the smoke. But their plan did not succeed. Now they were stuck in such a big problem. But still, they have courage and were very happy. And just like that, they lay down there. Now they hear the sound of the helicopter, which Yalen comes out after hearing it, and sees that the helicopter is really flying in the sky. But unfortunately, it was far away from them. That's why the helicopter doesn't see them. So they go away from there in front of Yalen's eyes. Although she was screaming and yelling, she is waving her hand to call them, but they can't see her. After a while, she sees that there is a ship a few miles away from them. This time too she waves her hand to call them, but because of the distance, the ship does not see them. In the meantime, her husband also opens his eyes, who tries to create smoke from the bottle once again. This time he was successful because the smoke had started to fly. But before the people inside the ship could see this smoke, the ship had turned. It had gone far away from them, which makes both of them very sad once again. Moreover, the troubles were increasing for them, because the fire they had lit to burn the smoke had now spread all over their house. That's why everything starts burning. The fire was increasing. That's why they have to jump into the water below the house. After jumping into the water, they see their whole house burning, where a while ago they had taken shelter there to save their lives. There are some pieces of wood in front of them, with the help of which they swim in the water. But because her husband had a deep wound on his leg, due to which his blood was flowing, because of the blood smell, sharks start coming there. Seeing them, he says that we will have to sit on a large piece of wood soon. Looking around, they can see a large piece of wood a few miles away from them. And now before the sharks attack them and make them their prey, they quickly climb on that piece of wood, where the sharks also reach them. But these people see that these are not sharks, but they are dolphins. That's why they start laughing, because they thought they were sharks. Now they both lie on that piece of wood and start waiting for help to come. Yalen says that everything happened because of me, because if my child had not died, I would not have been in tension. Then we would never have come here to spend the holidays. To which her husband says that you're not at fault in this case. Don't lose hope. We will definitely come out of here alive. And once again we will live happily. Now while talking, they fall asleep. And when Yalen opens her eyes, she is very scared to see that her piece of wood has gone far away from her husband's piece of wood. Also, blood is quickly coming out of her husband's leg, which is spread all over the water. Her husband's health was deteriorating, so she wanted to reach him somehow. That's why she jumps, with the help of a small piece of wood, begins to go to her husband. But now the real sharks had also come here. Smelling the blood, they attack them, due to which her husband also falls down from his piece of wood. But somehow Yalen climbs on the piece of wood and tries to pull her husband up too, but by then the shark has attacked her many times. Seeing this, Yalen makes an oar with the help of a ship and takes that big piece of wood away, on which she herself is riding and her husband is hanging with its support. And because she was very tired, that's why she sleeps there. Her husband also stands on that piece of wood unconsciously. But when Yalen opens her eyes, she sees that we are on the seashore. She was very happy, so she tries a lot to wake up her husband. But even after a lot of effort, he does not wake up, by which she understands that now my husband is dead. With this matter, she was completely scared and broken. That's why she starts crying by hugging him, because a while ago she lost her child and today her husband too. For all this, she calls herself responsible. Because of her tension, she had told her husband that they should come to this island to make Yalen's heart happy. And she was so worried that she started screaming loudly, because of which she falls there and also becomes conscious. In the morning when she comes to her senses, she sees that my husband's dead body is not on the shore here, because the big waves of the sea take him back to the water, where there is death. That is, there are big, bloody sharks. Now, Yalen sees her husband's dead body in the water, and because she is not in her control, she starts going into the water to bring her husband's dead body back. Meanwhile, a shark attacks her and injures her leg a lot, because of which she takes care of herself and comes back to the shore. She sees that the dust is flying toward her, and then she sees a rock, from which she quickly, but with great difficulty, climbs on it, where then she sees that a man is lying in a round boat in the water, because he is a fisherman and has come here to catch fish. Seeing him, Yalen was very happy, because he seemed a hope to Yalen. She quickly goes into his boat and first wakes him up, and then she tries to explain that my husband has died in the water, because he was very injured and now I am stuck here on this island. I need your help. But that man is not educated. That's why he does not understand English. Yalen explains to him with great difficulty that look, I want to say that I need help. Saying which, she also shows her injured leg, on which the man applies medicine and bandages it. Now because he is a fisherman and has come here to catch fish, that's why he jumps into the water to set up his trap and starts going into the depths of the sea. After coming down, he was still setting up the trap. That's why the shark attacks him. This causes a stir in the water, by which Yalen understands that the shark has attacked him. That's why she screams and calls out to him. But there is no answer from the front. But after a while, he comes up to the water, but in an injured condition. And at the same time, blood was spread in the water, because when the shark attacked him and injured him a lot, now to save his life, Yalen jumps into the water so that she can put that fisherman on the boat, because he is injured. But now the shark comes here again and attacks both of them, seeing which, Yalen comes in the boat quickly. But before she could even bring that man in the boat, the shark attacks him and kills him, takes him with her into the water and eats him, seeing which, Yalen is also very sad. And the shark was also angry, because once again she is alone in this boat like before. Now she was thinking what she should do. That's why the shark attacks her again. In this boat, Yalen gets a sharp blade, which can be spinned, which she picks up and attacks the shark, because of which the shark has to run away from there. But the shark was not going to leave her so easily. That's why she starts following her boat again. After coming close, she puts a high jump, turns the boat into the water. Now, Yalen was under the boat. She is very scared, because she knows that the shark will definitely come to me again, and will also attack me. Maybe she will kill me. Then she gets an idea to save her life. She ties the rope tied to that sharp blade with her legs. Now the shark had no idea that where is she going now, and where is that blade going. And when she goes up from below to attack Yalen, then the blade gets into her mouth and goes through, by which now this cruel shark is killed. As soon as he dies, blood is spilled in the water. When Yalen finds out that the shark is dead, then she opens the rope with her legs, by which the shark's body starts sinking in the water with the rope. After that, she lies on the same boat and looks towards the sky. She is sure that there is such a shore nearby, where humans live. And then her boat reaches a place while floating, from where the shore was visible. There were some people there who were all fishermen. Seeing them, a wave of happiness rises inside her, because now she came out of danger and came to a safe place. And those fishermen also see Yalen's boat, and understood that there is someone on this boat who needs help. Now, Yalen also looks at the sky and those people and takes a breath of peace, although she is very sad to lose her husband. But she could not do anything. She could not bring him back even if she wanted to. But in her whole journey, she had learned one thing. No matter how difficult the time in life comes, one should never lose courage. Always fight that difficulty, because those who fight their difficulties, life definitely gives them another chance to live, like Yalen got. Because if she had given up on the shark, if she had given up her courage, she would have died today. But she fought the shark and finally killed her, and now she has a new life that she wants to live. No doubt she lost her child and husband, but she has understood that no matter what in the world, man does not always live. One day everyone has to die. We have to leave the world. That's why the beautiful gift of life that we get, we should live it happily. We should accept it. After leaving your loved ones, you should not be sad, but you should be patient. The film ends with this message.